Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to my channel. It's Dr. Brandon Nikhil, the Bookish Baddie. And I am back with another Bookish video. This time, we're getting into our urban fiction bag. So my top 2 genres are thrillers / horror and urban fiction. You can always find me there. If you don't find me nowhere else, you can always find me there. And so today we're going to talk specifically about urban fiction. We're going to build you an urban fiction starter pack. So let's say you want to get in your urban fiction bag, but you're not sure where to start. I'm going to give you some of my urban fic classics. Now, I do want to preface this with, I'm not going to go with the stuff that we all grew up knowing about. Some of these may be familiar to you, but I'm not going to say Fly Girl, Coldest Winter Ever. We've said those 1,000 times. If you haven't read them, read them. I'm going to try to give you all some stuff that we don't talk about quite as often. You ready? You ready? Let's get into it. Okay, first up, we have Dirty Money by Ashley and Jaquavis. And so Ashley and Jaquavis are a couple that writes together and separately. They're from my hometown, Flint, Michigan. Woo woo, shout out to the 810. And this is, I believe this is their first book. It's certainly the first book I read by them. And every time I go back and read it, I'm like, oh, it's just as good as if I don't know what's about to happen. This book is tea. It is so good. So it centers on Anari. She's the main character. And when she's a teenager, she got a real mean mama. She has a little brother who she loves dearly. And she ends up getting involved with a drug dealer. He drops some stuff by her house when he's getting arrested. She keeps it for him. She end up reaching out like, hey, I got your stuff. And he like, wow, you was honest with me. Cool. They start seeing each other. And he like, let me take you away from all of this. You don't need to let your mama treat you like that. Come live with me. Y'all know I love when urban fiction does that. It's like immediately he's like, you my girl. Come live with me. I'm going to take care of you. You know, like immediately. So anyways, she is in a relationship with him. He treats her great. She's living lavish, all of that. She has a baby, and then he gets killed. And so she's dealing with the grief. She is trying to meet new friends and just like, you know, create a new life. And then her baby gets kidnapped. And it just spirals and twists and spirals and twists from there. I'm not going to tell you no more, but it gets good. Like, even those pieces are good. But once you get to the kidnapping, it get crazy. Like, it goes to a whole nother level. So add this to your starter kit. Okay? Okay. Next up, Bad Girls. Talking about bad girls. I love me some Donna Summer, y'all. But anyways, Bad Girls by Shannon Holmes. This is such a classic. If you've not read this one, read this one. So this centers Tanya, also a terrible mother. She ends up like leaving home because of a terrible home situation. And she finds herself in a position to become an exotic dancer, a midnight ballerina, if you will. And she enters that world, and she gets taken under the wing of a veteran dancer named Kat. But Kat, she's a slippery one. So you get to see kind of what Tanya's life evolves into based on how she interacts with this new world that she's living in as a young woman. So very, very good, very juicy, very good. Lots of twists and turns. And there's a second part. Oh, there's also a second part to Dirty Money called Supreme Clientele. But there's a second part to Bad Girls. It is called, I'm looking at it on my shelf, Bad Girls for Life. So after you read Bad Girls for Life. Let's keep it going with China Black, a Triple Crown publication. This is one of my favorites. This one just reminds me of high school. I don't even know. It says I got this from Thrift Books, but I feel like I borrowed this from somebody and never gave it back, which I pride myself on not doing, which is why I don't loan out my books. But anyways, China Black. So China Danae Black. I'm here to tell you my story, but for you to fully understand me, you have to understand my past. She is caught up in the life. That's what she's telling us. She get caught up in the life. And you just want to go on this journey with her. It's so good. It's so satisfying. The ending is so satisfying. It gives and gives. And this is by Keisha Irvin, a queen of urban fic. A queen of urban fic. So, yes, this one next. Okay, we're back to Ashley and Jaquavis with The Cartel. This is a series, several books in the series. One of my favorite series of all times. This series is so good. So it kicks off with the Diamond family, and their patriarch dies. They're like a crime family, and their patriarch dies, and the family's like, what are we gonna do now? And then they find out that he had an older son who comes to town, like, okay, you know, coming to say my goodbyes to Pops, see what y'all got for me, you know. And he ends up taking over the family business, if you will. And baby, that man, Carter Jones, that man, listen, I'll be reading it just for him. Y'all see I'm blushing a little bit. I got on some blush, but I'm also blushing a little bit because that man, it's a good man, Savannah. It's a good man. And then he runs into Mia Moore. And Mia Moore is not to be played with. She is not your run-of-the-mill, oh, come take care of me. Oh, I couldn't possibly take your money. Nah, Mia Moore is that girl. So tap into The Cartel. This definitely needs to be in your starter pack. All right, let's go to the last and final book. I read the cover off this thing. Another Triple Crown publication, and this is Black by Tracy Brown. Oh my goodness, a classic author as well. And so this is an urban fic about Kaya and Aaron. And it's kind of another similar story where, like, she's in a troubled home and she ends up, you know, linking up with him, and they do life together. But then life just throws a lot of curveballs at them. Some self-inflicted, but, you know, who's counting? And it is just a really, really, really good, solid urban fiction recommendation. So I think that this will round out your urban fiction starter pack. So let me know in the comments what you would add to this. And if you're going to read them, what would you start with? Let me know in the comments. All right, until next time. Bye.